live, Ryan.
We
We do need to go live on TikTok.
There we go. Can't leave them out.
TikTok wants to be in on too. All right, we're live, Ryan.
We're live, dude. We're back. It's good to see you again.
Another episode.
Another episode of Between.
I can't believe we made it.
I can't believe this is allowed to go on.
I know. Well, from through the grapevine, we were on the brink.
We're on the brink of cancellation.
We're on the brink of cancellation because
Wow.
we didn't really fit into the network script anymore.
No, of course not. Of course not.
I don't know.
The lame
Apparently,
media.
Apparently,
Just
we
wasn't
need to
happening.
talk about like products we offer.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Honestly, that makes a lot. We kind of just rambled for a while.
Yeah.
On the last one.
Yeah,
Didn't
people-
really cover anything that we do as a company. I tried.
Yeah. I mean, people were, they were genuinely confused,
And I think
which we get often from
Mhm.
customers is
Yeah.
genuine confusion.
A lot of confusion.
So, yeah.
That's
so
fine.
like people, they saw right through my facade.
Well, of course.
Apparently I'm all over the website.
You're on the homepage of the website. There's a video
Yeah.
of you like high fiving,
Yeah.
like pressing a shirt.
Yeah. See, like,
So yeah, that was funny though. That was a good
yeah.
bit. I enjoyed that.
No, it
A
was
bit
good.
of world building.
but
World building. That we
It
did
was
to
it was
the
some
prop.
good world building, but yeah, they saw right through it.
Yeah. So
They
we've
saw
got to
right
be
through it.
back to Between Two Bamboos. Kind of play it straight for the most part.
Mm.
Talk about our products, our
I mean,
services.
some nice.
Make sure we let the good people know about the giveaway that we do early in the show instead of like the 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Where if you DM us that you kicked it with the Ninja, DM us on Instagram, DM us on TikTok, leave it in the little YouTube comment situation on the YouTube stream that you kicked it with the Ninja. 3 lucky winners will be entered and selected to win $25 Ninja Transfers gift cards. And if you're not doing that, if you're not DMing us, not leaving the comment on YouTube, you're
You're left
literally
out.
leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
Leaving money. It's free. It's literally free. It takes a few seconds of your time. And you're already here.
Exactly.
You're already here to
Exactly.
watch Between Two Bamboos. So without further ado, Brian, I know because we are going to be actually talking about things that we do as a company and
Yes,
not just
yes.
making stuff up on the fly about absolutely anything and everything.
Well,
under the sun.
for the record, I do want to say that the story of Ninja Transfers
That was 100%
discovery, that's 100%.
That was 100% real. The story of Ninja Transfers. Zero lies there. Pretty much everything else
Yeah,
outside of the brief product.
I don't live
fabricated.
here. I
You
won't.
live in the same apartment building as me.
Yeah, this company does pay me.
You are on the payroll. You are an
Yeah.
employee.
Mhm.
But that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was fun.
We were kind of in a fugue state,
Yeah.
kind of free association.
Customers are catching on.
Yeah.
They're catching on.
Mhm.
They're visual learners.
It's
so,
true. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what it came down
Yeah.
to. So that's why today, as many of you guys probably already know, we have a print-on-demand service that's run through Shopify.
We do.
And, it's been up for what, 2 months, 3 months now? Since the new year, I think.
I think it's been like a month,
Yeah.
maybe 2 months.
Well, regardless, we've gotten a lot of questions regarding it. We've also gotten a lot of new stores.
It's exciting.
It is. I mean, it's kind of the way of, custom apparel nowadays because, for starters, it takes out most of the heavy lifting from a company standpoint. Like if you just set up your pod shop, you don't have to worry about inventory. You don't have to worry about dealing with multiple blank apparel companies. It's really just you upload your design, you pick your apparel and set up your shop.
Yeah. And I thought we made it easy already. We have the blanks right there, the transfers right there. You do it, bulk order. You give it to us. We do the whole thing. Now it's the easiest. It's probably the easiest way to get a custom T-shirt made into a customer.
Not easy enough, apparently.
Not easy enough.
Because we still get a lot of questions.
It's new. It's new. I still get questions about where you can put a T-shirt. Put a transfer on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were smart enough to see through my facade.
Of course.
They don't know how to sell a pod store.
Well,
so that's why
you have a distinct look.
Yeah.
You don't really blend into the crowd with the flow and the beard and everything. Yeah.
I take that.
You're pretty. Yeah, that's exactly. It's entirely meant to be.
Thanks, dude.
Of course, dude. I'm throwing the
Hold
beer
on.
again.
Do it again?
Yeah. Right there, you get the web.
That was really
interlock.
Yeah,
the
that was
web
strong.
there.
That was strong. All right.
That's you could draw it.
Now we're getting too far.
We are.
This is what
Getting far
happened
off
last
topic.
time. This is what
It's
happened
true.
last time. This
It's
is why it
true.
almost got canceled.
So
now-
Ninja Print
Yeah,
House
Ninja-
or Ninja Print on Demand, Ninja Pod.
Yes, Ninja Print on Demand. So
Let's break it down.
first things first, it's run through Shopify. It's a Shopify app. So you need to have a Shopify store to be able to use it. Perhaps in the future that changes, but for the foreseeable future, it's only going to be applicable through Shopify. So if you have a Shopify store, you want to get an apparel company set up, but you don't want to deal with blank apparel companies. You don't want to deal with any really the heavy lifting. This is really the best route to go. And really, one of the best things about it is for most print-on-demand companies, a lot of their print methods are basically just all DTG, which is direct to garment. It's it's old school. We're new school.
Always.
I think,
we're on the cutting edge.
We are on the cutting edge. So really, the big thing with us is all of our stuff is run through DTF. So any design you guys upload to it, it's all DTF, which means you're getting our state-of-the-art EasyField DTF technology on all of your garments. They're going to last over 100 washes. That's Intertech verified, Ryan.
It is. It is Intertech verified.
It is.
That blew my mind. I knew it was a lot.
It's verified.
But triple digits?
Yeah.
Verified triple digits?
It's verified.
Forget about it.
Yeah. So
Insane.
we figured, like we talked about how this is a visual experience for you guys. We figured we kind of just show you step by step on how this whole thing works.
Yeah.
How you set up your store.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could pull up screenshot 1 for the great people.
Slide 1.
All
Bang,
right,
bang.
we got slide 1 up.
Bang.
Slide 1. So this is what you're going to see as soon as you download the app, right? We kind of went through the step-by-step format here. So really, it's just a general dashboard where you can pick your design or pick the garment, just general information to where to get started. So if you click on the first one where it says, what does it say? Design your product. So click on the first one, you click design your product, and then this is where you can pick from thousands of apparel items, right? From t-shirts to sweatshirts to sweatpants. I mean, pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's like an obscene amount of options.
And a ton of premium brands too. One of my personal favorites, Comfort Colors.
Oh.
We have plenty of those. Some of the best blank apparel in the business.
It's true.
They're not even paying me to say that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
because I like them so much. Yeah. But yeah, that's where you'll pick your shirts. And, I understand it can be a little overwhelming. There's so many options to choose from. But, some of the Gildan is always an easy one to go with. Like I said, Comfort Colors. And like I said, if you want to go premium. But we have pretty much everything you could possibly want from an apparel standpoint. So once you pick your shirt or whatever you're picking, then you get to the point where we are going to start uploading our designs. So you'll see the design, or you'll see the product there. You see the margins, how much it'll cost you, how much you'll make off of it. And then all you got to do is hit start designing. And then that'll bring you to our what's the word for it?
Our design studio.
Our design studio.
Our design studio is one of God's gifts to Earth. Really.
It is.
By God, I do mean Ninja Mike.
Yeah.
Which the emperor king of t-shirts and transfers. As far as
he's a top tier thinker.
It's true. He's a tier 1 thinker.
Tier 1 thinker.
See, a lot of us, we're thinking on like a social level, like you and me. He's kind of like a tier 1 thinker, more like a civilizational scale.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we're at right now.
All right, well, we're getting off topic.
Dude,
you gotta stop.
if I can't
at
least add a little color,
Ryan,
what am I even
Ryan, they don't care about. They don't
have to care.
They don't care about us. They care about the service we provide.
Well, exactly. That's my point.
It's
an overreaching. You know what? Just go ahead. Just keep putting. I'm gonna just take it.
All right, hold on. We're on the design studio part here. So this is, it's pretty much all laid out there. You can upload your design there. You can size it up however you want. If you want a full front, if you want a left chest, if you want smaller full front, whatever you want, you can size it up all here. It'll show you what it's going to look like on the product. And you can also, you can add the text. You can add certain things to the design if you'd like. And you can also change the color of the garment you're working on to just see if it will look better on maybe white or black or blue, whatever. And once you're at that point, then you go and then basically you're setting up pricing. And it'll show you, like I said, it'll show you how much you have to pay for the garment, the margin on it, how much you'll make, and then like what you'll have to sell it at to reach that margin.
And you can fully customize the price points that you're selling.
Exactly. Obviously, you're gonna want to sell it for a little bit more than you're buying.
You're gonna want to make some money.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
That's the name of the game.
That's kind of the whole.
I want to make money.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why you have a job at Ninja Transfers.
I do have a job.
You do have a job. You're fully employed.
I am.
Contrary to.
I tried to pull a fast one.
Yeah, it was fun. It's all right.
But now we're here. Now we're back to the basics. We're back to the basics. It is what it is. So yeah, now this is where you pick. Like I said, you just pick your margins, pick the price, and then in the upper right corner, I don't know if it's on the screenshot, but it just says like create the page, the product page in your online store, and then that's where you'll just edit it through Shopify, like any normal Shopify product. It's kind of simple as that.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a very simple process if you are familiar with Shopify at all. I understand Shopify can be a little daunting for someone that hasn't actually done it before, but we just try to make it as easy as possible. Obviously, there are certain things with Shopify if you're not quite familiar with the platform itself. There's always Shopify support. They can always walk you through, and Google exists too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew
It
that.
does.
You can search up things on Google, and it usually tells you.
You type it up.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when someone calls and asks me a question, you know what I do a lot of the time?
You Google?
I Google it.
Yeah.
I Google it, and it is helpful.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, I have immense product knowledge when it comes to DTF transfers and all
I mean,
services.
you're the customer service Google.
I know pretty
From what
much
I've
everything
heard.
there is to that. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I've heard you know.
You know, some say customer service guru, some say, you know, one of the faces of the franchise, along with my good friend Brian here. You know, it's a lot of hats to wear, but you know, I wear them proudly. But
I mean,
Google really is a great resource. But at the same time as well, like this really is, you know, of course, it's same thing with anything when you're getting started, but especially with DTF and stuff like this, it's a learning curve.
Oh yeah.
Once you get your feet wet and you start to kind of see where everything's situated, you know, then you're like, okay, I can go in and do this. And once you get the first couple down, once you kind of figure your way through it, next thing you know, you're gonna be adding, you know, products in the store.
Exactly.
Like that. So that's the big thing: is don't get discouraged if you get a little confused and a little, you know, don't freak out, don't abandon ship, don't lose hope. Just get in there.
Yeah.
Just get in there, muck about a little bit.
And while we encourage, you know, Google searches,
of course,
we're always here to help.
We are.
Obviously, if you go onto the Shopify app page, we have contact forms there, so you can send us a ticket. We'll get back to you within 24 hours, most likely.
Always.
But like I said, there are certain things that are Shopify-based questions, and like I said, we can still help out. But Google exists, so utilize it.
Utilize it. Shopify forums are great. I learn a lot. When there's issues, I'll go on the Shopify forums and figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty simple process. But like I said, once you get the hang of it, you're in there, you're setting stuff up, and you don't really have to do anything. Once you have the store set up, you don't have to do anything but market it. There are so many benefits if you have a brand, if you have an online business, to where, I mean, just take a look at this. Like if you have orders coming in, if you have orders, let me paint you a word picture.
All right, hold on.
So if you have orders coming in, you have all these different designs. You know, every time you order, you want to go, or every time you get an order, you want to go on Ninja Transfers and Ninja Blanks and order individuals, or kind of try and piecemeal orders together.
It's a lot of time.
Your pricing fluctuates, your margin fluctuates based on how much you're ordering with Ninja Transfers. That's just the name of the game. And then also, you don't want to be sitting on stock, and then you also don't want to have, you know, buy poly bags and all this and print shipping labels, stick it on there, ship it out. It's a real pain in the ass, or it can be at least. With Ninja Pod, all that goes out the window. You just set up your products. We handle all the hard stuff for you. We've been doing this, you know, as you know, in one form or another for decades, pretty much. So we have the plural decades.
Yeah.
Plural decades. So I mean, that's at least 20 years, a minimum.
At least two. At least
minimum of 2 decades.
Yeah.
So we have the experience, we have the manpower, we have the hardware, the software, everything that you need. So you just set it up, you send it to us, and let us handle the rest. All you have to do is get the word out.
Exactly. And like when you just have so much more time to handle marketing, that's, you know.
That's really where the money's at.
Exactly.
You get your, you know, take a look at Ninja Transfers.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
we very good marketers.
We do some of the best marketing I've ever seen.
I like to think
people
so.
call in all the time. They go, "We love your marketing." I'm like, "So do we." That's
Yeah.
why we're doing it.
Yeah, they love our marketing. They didn't love our show though.
No, they don't love you. They definitely don't love me.
I know.
You hear some of the things people say. You know, we're not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that.
We almost got off track.
Phone call nightmares.
Yeah, we almost steered off the road there. But
we're back.
We're back in.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back in there.
We're back.
So yeah,
state approved messaging.
Yeah, state approved messaging. State approved. this is all we're being managed again. It's
We are.
basically the freedom has been taken away.
Which is good to a degree.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it happen when they didn't know we were doing the show.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't happy.
He wasn't happy. He was like, "What are you guys talking about?"
Now we're here talking about
They're
pod
like,
again.
Yeah, Ninja Pod, baby. I love Ninja Pod.
I did too.
We
we
have
have-
a question about Ninja Pod.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, I forgot. We were doing questions still too.
Good.
All right. Yeah.
So someone asked, so will there be a tab on the webpage that'll take customers to Ninja Transfers, or will it still look like you're on the shops page?
Like through pod.
Through so if I had my own storefront
Mhm.
and someone's shopping it, would it be on Ninja Transfers website?
Oh,
or would it
no,
be on
no, no.
my
They won't have any
Mhm.
clue that it's coming from
We'll
us.
blind ship it directly.
Totally
to them
blind
as well.
shipped.
So
It's-
yeah.
So no one's going to backdoor you
No.
and just come order your stuff off or
Yeah.
their own stuff off Ninja Transfer.
And we don't
It's
get
a great
like.
question.
Yeah,
Actually.
that is a great question.
really
We
good
also won't like. We're not
For
gonna.
once in my life.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, folks. We're having fun.
Nah,
It's
he's
a
being
show.
serious.
It's a
He's
show.
being serious.
I'm not being serious.
He hates you.
Why would I be laughing? I don't hate anybody,
Uh,
except if I do, you know.
All right, back to pod. So basically, yeah. So we blind ship it directly to your customers, so they'll have no idea it came from us. And we also don't like take your customers' information or anything like that. They're your customers.
Yeah.
You earned. We're not
Yeah.
gonna take them.
No,
So
We don't want
yeah, we don't.
you're our customer.
Exactly.
We're loyal to you first and foremost.
Yeah, you're our customer, so it works out.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna go and get your customer. So does
Sounds
that make
horrible.
us?
Makes us rat weasels.
Yeah, it makes us sick. That's disgusting.
Sick
Gross.
freaks.
Gross behavior.
Which we're not.
we would never do that.
We're normal
So,
people.
Yeah, we're not. We would never.
Look
do
at how normal we
that.
are.
I know.
You see this?
I know. It's pretty
Pretty
nice.
normal guy.
We still got the Ninja Plushie going.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
That was allowed to stay. From the
That was allowed to stay.
That was allowed to stay.
That could have
People
easily
apparently
been
really like
ripped
that.
away from us.
I know. Did you imagine?
I don't think I'd be able to come into work.
I don't think I would be. I don't think I would.
I would be distraught.
But yeah, so we don't like it. Once you set up this whole thing on your shop, it's going to be your shop. We've actually, like, if you go on our Ninja Print on Demand store or our Print on Demand website, we actually have a demo store where it's set up through Pod, where you can kind of see how it works. And as you'll see there, it's completely self-branded. It has nothing to do with Ninja. What are you looking at me like that? for?
Nothing. I just had a hiccup.
Ah,
And I was embarrassed that it happened
Yeah.
on camera, and I didn't want to draw attention to it. And I
Ah,
just did.
okay.
So
my bad. Do we have any more questions from these lovely, lovely viewers?
We have one more question.
yeah,
Someone asked, is there a limit to the amount of products you can add to your Shopify store?
No. I mean, it kind of depends. Like, I don't know if like Shopify plans do anything. I don't know if you have Shopify Plus or normal Shopify, if that determines how many products you can have. I personally don't know that, but that's a great Shopify question.
Yeah.
Also Googleable.
also very Google. So, but yeah, that is definitely more on the Shopify side of
Yeah.
things. We definitely don't want to put a limit on how much you're selling.
Yeah, we don't have
That's
any
the last
limits
thing we want.
in terms of products you want to get from us.
'Cause we're making money together.
Yeah,
You know, that's the beauty of this.
it is.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. You know, like on the Ninja Transfers, we don't have any minimum order quantities. Same thing with Ninja Pod. We don't have any minimums or maximums in terms of stuff that you can, put on your site through Pod.
Yeah.
You know, it's all
And I
it's all
really,
free game.
once again, I mean, it takes the process from before NinjaPod.
Yeah.
Say you're just a regular Ninja Transfers customer, you have your online store. So you get one T-shirt order for a single piece. Say you're just starting out. Do you want to order one transfer, pay shipping on the transfer, order one blank, pay shipping on the blank,
I don't.
and then press them? Wait for them to come in, press them. I either print out a shipping label, bag it up, and go to the post office or have a pickup for UPS or wherever you're shipping it for
No.
one shirt.
No.
That sounds horrible. That
Yeah.
sounds genuinely awful.
That does sound
When in comparison, Ninja Pod, you get an email, an order. Cool.
Yeah.
Those guys will handle it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And then we
literally as
do.
much like the most
Like,
you will
what?
have to deal with it is getting a notification that you made an order.
Yeah. Once
They
you
made some
set the
money.
store up and you're putting it out there, you're just like, oh, cool, I've made more money.
Yeah.
What?
that's
And I
literally-
didn't have to do anything but
I
set the store up and market it.
I know. That is really the beauty of print on demand.
I don't know
So
why you wouldn't do that.
So, I mean, Ryan painted a pretty good picture. So, if you are in that situation where you're
I'm a
just kind
wordsmith.
of getting, you are.
Some would say.
Yeah. It's not a shake, dude. You deserve
So
that.
great.
You
So
deserve
great.
that for that one.
So great to be not canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Can we? I mean, we talk a lot about pod. I think we can reflect a
Yeah.
little bit. We did make mistakes on the last.
We
one.
did make some
I
mistakes.
tried to pull a fast one on our viewers.
You did. We did a lot of world building, a lot of
Yeah.
lore creation. And I think if it wasn't a show for a company that does a service,
Mhm.
it would have worked.
Yeah.
But we are literally doing a show for a
Wow.
company where we sell things and people want to learn about the products.
Yeah.
So really kind of did not pick our spots very well.
Well, like,
But that's okay.
we were just having fun.
We're having fun. We have
They-
jackets on,
I know.
bamboo.
Yeah.
This guy.
I mean, what's wrong with having
Look at
some
this.
fun, dude?
Just real quick, can we talk about this guy?
Yeah. He's pretty nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Put my
I
back
like
down.
him.
Put my back down.
Yeah. Lean him. There
He's
it
getting
is.
a little fussy.
Nah, he is. He is.
He's getting a little fussy.
But yeah, I mean, we were just having fun with it. It is what it is. You know, I
Next
think we have a
question.
question.
Next question.
I think we're getting interrupted.
I think
on
it's
our
good though.
brief-
It's
brief
good.
reflect- No, it keeps us in line
It keeps us in line.
because we're
You got to
yeah.
crack the whip every once. in a
yeah
while.
we're just
We're doing it still. Please.
Yeah.
We
Try to
got
weasel.
one just nice remark that the bamboos are actually a really nice touch.
Oh.
Yeah, the fans are liking the bamboos.
Thank you.
These
So-
are actually real. These are real.
The real bamboo.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to keep lying to people?
Did you guys grow that?
See, you didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did, man.
didn't
This
have
is
to-
an
you didn't have to
honesty.
do that.
This is transparency. This is a business, Brian.
Dude, it's just about the thrill of getting
It's
away
the
with a lie.
thrill of getting away
It's
with
just the thrill of getting
creating
away.
a lie.
I know. Just
But here's the thing. Then
just
people are
piece
gonna-
by piece, putting a lie together and fooling
Oh, there's
people.
nothing
Oh,
like it.
dude.
Nothing like it.
Nothing.
Except providing high quality DTF transfers and
That
assorted
is-
services
that's up
to our
there.
esteemed customers. That for me is the greatest thrill of all.
That's a top 3
We
thrill.
have a real question too.
Oh, good.
So we're talking about the
Thank God.
diversity of products for Pod.
Uh-huh.
Apart from t-shirts, sweatpants, all that kind of stuff, hard goods, hats, tote bags, what's all available?
Yeah, we have plenty of hats, plenty of tote bags. Honestly, I don't off the top of my head know if we have hard goods. I think we do have hard goods. I'm not sure though. Check that, Ryan?
Yeah.
Fact check me.
I'll fact check.
Fact check me.
I'm more than happy to fact check.
But in terms of just like apparel options, yeah, I mean, sweatshirts, all your typical garments, and then yeah, tote bags, hats, beanies, and a variety of different brands.
Stripped out.
So we're gonna have Ryan fact check me.
We have another one.
All products.
We have another Ryan will fact check while
Yeah.
you ask me another question.
Question, do we need a wholesale license to work to start or a business license?
On Pod?
Yeah,
No,
to start selling on Pod.
no. You can literally be a complete startup. Like you can have never sold a single piece of apparel before in your entire life, and you can set up through NinjaPod. It's completely free to download. You don't have to like give us your credit card number right off the bat. You don't have to do anything until you set up stuff in your store, and then obviously there's margins there. But yeah, in terms of just setting up, you don't need any sort of license. Like I said, you can be a complete newbie at this, and then just set up your store, start selling, and then start making money. Truthfully, I mean, that's
So
the best.
I'm in the demo store on ninjaprintondemand.com.
Okay,
Went right to the website.
tell me about it.
I'm seeing some hard goods in here.
So we have hard goods.
I'm seeing a executive wine
I
collector.
should know
set.
that. Like I'm pretty ashamed of myself.
I'm seeing a bento box. I'm seeing a bottle opener.
Let me see that.
Hang on, let me get back to the bento box.
We gotta look at that.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. It's a work anniversary gift. Is a bento box. Oh, it's a cheese plate.
Oh, jeez.
Yo,
Some cheese bits.
this is this can't be real.
Let me see it. Let me actually see it because I
So,
actually don't know.
Dude, here, let me see. Where's that bento box go? That was kind of what I was most excited about. But dude, see, we got mugs and stuff.
Damn.
I lost the bento box. I don't know where.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's a creation of mine.
Okay. All right, we have hard goods, guys.
You got hard goods in the
It's
mix.
confirmed. We fact checked it. It's confirmed. I'm ashamed of myself that I might get fired from that.
I don't think you will. I think you're gonna be okay.
If I didn't get fired after the last show, I think I'm fine.
I
Actually,
think, yeah. I think you make a very strong point.
Yeah.
Very strong.
that's what I'll say in the meeting if
Yeah.
they do pull me in.
Be like, you guys let that slide, but you didn't let me. I forgot that we sell a bento box on
Yeah.
Ninja Pod.
Give me a
Yeah.
break.
Come on, can I kind of
Give
30
me a
minutes?
minute.
Working hard.
I'm working.
Do you have any other questions from the fine people in the
Someone
Ninja Transfers
asked-
universe?
2 people asked and said, I missed the beginning where you go to set this up and what's the app to download. So for anyone who's just joining.
Yes.
So it's on Shopify. You just have to set up a Shopify store first and foremost before you can download the app. It is a Shopify app. So if you go into the Shopify app store, just search up Ninja Print on Demand, and we'll be right there. It's the standard Ninja logo, just in a red tint. It's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah.
It's cute. I mean, it kind of looks like this, except red.
Mhm.
So, yeah, and that's how you get started. And like I said, there's no like setup fees or anything. You can just download the app for free, and then once you start adding stuff, that's when obviously prices will come into play. But there's no like fees to get set up
Mhm.
in the app store. It's just simple as download, and then you choose your products, put it in your store, and bing bop boop, and you're in there. basically how
Yeah.
it goes.
Absolutely. Do you want to also, if you're just joining us or came in a little bit late, we do have our weekly giveaway between Two Bamboos, weekly giveaway. DM us on Instagram, DM us on TikTok, leave the comment reply on the YouTube stream and say that you kicked it with the ninjas. And from there, you'll be entered to win. 3 lucky people by the end of the day will be selected to win a $25 Ninja Transfer gift card.
Yeah.
It's free to enter. Obviously, you just got to just type away.
Is it free?
You're really just paying with your time.
Is it free,
You're really
Ryan?
just paying. It is free. I mean, it's not. Is anything truly free?
But
That is. You know what else is free?
Uh,
Sample pack on ninjatransfers.com.
Oh.
Go get your some.
they are free. Those are actually free. Those are actually free.
They are free.
That is free.
They are.
Yeah.
But do we have any other curious
Do you have any curious
individuals?
ninjas? Do you have any
Anything going
curious
on?
ninjas in the crowd?
Someone said, I think Ninja's my favorite DTF company. I've used all the major companies out there. Any plans to have a location in or near California?
Well, I mean, we do ship out of
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah, we've got a San Diego facility right now.
Yeah. We just don't, I don't know if they mean like brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Like we don't have any retail locations. We're mostly all e-commerce.
You see, and this actually goes back. You see, now you cut me off earlier, and now this is the tier 1 thing.
Are you getting
Ninja
mad?
Mike. This is the tier 1 thing, you Ninja Mike.
I
Right
want to
here.
see your rate.
Society as a whole is really kind of moving past the brick and mortar location.
Yeah, of course.
Especially when it comes to custom DTF.
So this is what you were getting at.
This is,
cut
exactly
you
my
off.
point. This is the setup. This is the checkoff's gone between Two Bamboos, really. And
That's
it's
my
now
fault.
it's going off. So, but yeah, no, we have a location in San Diego. We print, we ship. It's going to be to you in a day or two with UPS Ground, provided there's no delays. God has other plans for us sometimes, folks. And I think
Now I have to say something because you
Please.
have a good point. You brought a UPS. We actually only do UPS now.
We
don't
do.
even do USPS.
I don't know if we've ever covered that on the live stream.
I don't know if
I
we
know
have
we
either.
blasted it out on because we used to do
Just
USPS.
blasted it out
We
there.
blasted.
Yeah.
Blasted.
Yeah.
Transfer orders specifically.
Yeah.
You're ordering DTF transfers, only UPS, free
Yeah.
shipping all the way up. Still on patches, we'll have a USPS option. Still on Ninja blanks on orders under $50. We do have a USPS option
Mhm.
as well.
It's really helped with our lost in transit resos.
It's just so great
From
that
what
when you
I've heard.
ship something that people get it. You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
Is that nice?
You know how tired I got of people going, "Where's my stuff?" And it's not their fault.
It's not. It's not really our
Some
fault.
people will wait like a month and be like, "I never got it." I'm like, "Dude, you should have called me 3 weeks ago."
I know.
So thank God for that.
But yeah, that's just a quick plug. For
That was a
UPS.
big day.
Shout out UPS.
Me and Chris hugged it out when we switched to UPS Ground.
Did you?
Yeah, we hugged. We were like, "This is the greatest day of our lives." Well, not maybe the greatest day of our lives, but it was
Nice.
a big moment for the both of us.
Yeah. No, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Nice.
I'm-
I kind of wish I was there to see that. Speaking
We
of
could
Chris,
always
dude,
recreate
speaking of
that.
Chris,
Yeah,
I think he's doing right now.
dude, he's pretty good. He's
Thank
pretty
you.
good. He's going back to another trade show. He's back on the road.
Stupid.
He should be our trade show correspondent.
I know.
You know
I would
what I mean?
love to
He's
go to
always
him
on
in
the
the
road.
field.
Yeah,
In
dude.
the field.
Just cut to Chris in the field. He's going down to Fort Worth for
Yeah.
the
I think it's ASI.
ASI Fort Worth. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So if you're going down to Fort Worth for that show, make sure to stop by.
Yeah, stop
We're
by the
probably
booth.
going to be playing between Two Bamboos on TV.
He's always playing.
Yeah.
People love the lives at the trade shows.
They
People
love-
Chris.
Like they love him at the shows. They don't actually love us, though.
They don't.
And that hurts me.
Yeah.
It
We're gonna have to
actually
find a way to win their love.
it deeply hurts me.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I feel it. I see the pain in your eyes. I share it.
I almost cried before I came on today. I was like, I'm back to being managed, dude. I was in the facade of
You
not
got-
working here, and now I'm
Yeah.
being managed.
You just under the boot.
Putting me in a goddamn box. Can't get out.
We've
So
got
good.
one more question
Yes.
before we end today.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How do you know what size to make your transfers when making a gang sheet?
Well, it all depends.
It's all personal preference.
It all really depends on preference and print location. I'm happy to run through some basic recommendations for you. So if you're working adult size t-shirts, full front, full back, the range can go anywhere from 9 to 12 inches. I usually kind of stick between 10 and 11 inches
Mm.
wide. The height really scales out from there. That's front and back. Left chest, a little 3x3. If you're doing a little hat or something like that, maybe a 2x2, a 4x2. It's a little more rectangular. For the youths, I love the youth.
Yeah.
They're a future.
The youth is the future.
And they got to be fly. They got to be fresh. So more of like between 6 and 8 inches wide on the front and back of the youth shirts. Any other like more specific recommendations? Give us a call, 888-356-3665, and say it with me, everybody. Ask for
Yes,
Chris.
ask for
he will
Chris.
be more than happy.
Yeah.
He'll be overjoyed to answer your questions about size.
Yeah. Literally smiling the whole time.
He's literally going to be geeked up.
Yeah. We gotta have Chris. I think we gotta have Chris on the show.
We do, and that's something that we can consider from there.
I think
But
so.
Brian, once again,
Is that it?
an excellent time.
I gotta go back to work.
Excellent- Yeah, we got to go back
Ah.
to work. But absolutely, one more time, folks, just real quick, DM us on Instagram, TikTok, leave it in the comments on YouTube. Kicked it with the Ninja, $25 Ninja gift card, 3 lucky winners. It's free to enter. Between Two Bamboos, episode 2, a smashing success.
Smash it. I think
Thank you so much.
we did good this time.